Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is MD Raisul Islam, matric number 1725501, and my partner Huda Md Najmul, matric number 1627521. As a group, we have done a research-based final year project. Our project ID is 730R and title is Stress Detection in Learning STM subject among primary school students by using EEG Signal. And this project is supervised by Dr Norzaliza Md Nor. First, I'll talk about our project overview. Actually, we have done a research to analyze the stress in learning science, technology, engineering, mathematics subject. Even STM has become crucial among students in Malaysia. Malaysia Education Blueprint in 2020 reported that Malaysia scored at the lower ranked in program for international student assessment for mathematics and scientists. So, this research study aimed to provide sufficient proof of correlation between STM topic question and stress level through emotion detection during the test time. The research was conducted according to a conventional methodology for an UG machine. MFCC used to extract the feature from the data and MLP used as a classifier. The result of the study shows that low-grade students tend to have low stress level compared to medium and high-grade students. This research may benefit the student, teacher, parents to have an early detection for the stress level among the primary school student, especially in learning STM subject. Uh, that's our problem statement. Actually, what the problem are you going to solve? STM are the most important subject for the student to do well in school. Unfortunately, most of the students are struggling to cope with this subject. In 2018, 45.2% of students aged 17 in Malaysia were enrolled in STM, and the percentage has declined to 43.7% in 2019. So the problem in this research study is to find out whether STM subject might cause stress or not. We are focusing two major objectives in our research. Firstly, identify the level of stress among primary school students towards STM. As a primary school student tend to have the stress while they are doing STM related test or the exam. We need to find out how they get stress when they are trying to solve the STM question by make an assessment test for psychology and pattern of brain signal from EEG machine. Secondly, analyze the correlation between emotion and stress among primary school students by using neural network. Actually, the connection might be subjective and the behave differently depend on the subject, while negative emotion will indicate the stress and positive emotion will indicate non-stress. Here's the research significance, like who and how will be benefited from this research. This research can help the students to identify their motivation and interest toward STM subject and help the teacher to understand more the student ability in learning STM. Even the execution of computing technique used can measure stress among primary school students in learning STM. Here is our research protocol. Here's the model for experimental design and electrode placement. In this experiment, we used experiment design to place the electrode from EEG machine on the individual heads using 90 channel guidance. Then record the brain signal of the subject while their eyes open and eyes closed within the 1 minute. And here is the experiment. Proceed by viewing the IAPS emotion sequence picture consisting of happy, sad, calm, fear picture for 1 minute each and record the brain signal. After that, subject reach each mathematics and science question by themselves. That consists of 12 question on easy, 30-second, moderate, 1 minute, hard, 1 minute. Then they require to answer the question if they can, record their brain signal of all 12 questions. And finally, before end of the experiment, we conduct and record the brain signal of the subject during eyes open and eyes closed again within 1 minute. Here is our methodology. This is the process. This is the process of data analysis. At first, collect data from the subject, then pre-processing using artifact removal, then feature extraction using MFCC, then classification by MLP, and then result for stage detection. After collect the data from subject, data will undergo a process called feature extraction. Feature extraction is used to simplify the dataset to shorten the process of classification. Important features are extracted by using MFCC for giving high reliability and accuracy for training the dataset. Training is required by matching up the value of balance and arousal with respective type of emotion by Russell model of effect. The result of the test classified by observing plotted balance arousal graph. Here is the Russell model of effect. When balance and arousal both are positive, then emotion is happy. When balance positive, arousal is negative at the time emotion is calm. If balance negative and arousal positive at the time emotion is fear. When um, balance and arousal both are negative at the time emotion is sad.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr Najmul. Now I am going to discuss about our result. From our insight, we can split our result into three based on their brain signal: low grade, mid grade, and finally high grade strengths. Subject 1, 3, and 4 are low grade strengths. Let's discuss why they are low grade strengths. One of the most challenging courses to masters in primary school is STEM. Because of STEM subject, students may have low motivation and unpleasant feelings. However, when it comes to STEM question, most of the time students has an increasing valence value while reading them. As they didn't experience any tension during the exam period, it's fair to presume that the subject didn't bother to give answer, which indicate that the subject 1, 3, and 4 have lack of stress and showing positive valence emotion all the time. Therefore, we can say that this strength is low-grade strength in math and science subject and normally score F in their exam. On the other hand, subject 2 and 5 are mid-grade strengths because while reading STEM question, they had predominantly negative valence and motivation, which indicate that the subject is stressed by STEM question. Despite of having some positive emotions, the subjects were unable to maintain their motivation while reading the question. Throughout the STEM test, subject 2 and 5 shows a lack of motivation despite the fact of that they did well on some of the questions. Their enthusiasm for learning STEM subject was poor due to their negative valence emotion during the test. As a result, we can conclude that they may experience stress while undergoing STEM test as they score B in their test. Lastly, for the most questions, subject 6 and 7 are high-grade strengths because they exhibit both positive and negative valence and arousal at the same time. This indicates that this strength was happy when reading and answering the question. They were also stressed since they desired to excel in the topic. As a result, we may conclude that these students were pleased to respond to the question and they occasionally feel sad because they wish to receive an A on the exam. For conclusion, from our analysis, we can show that The low-grade students are having positive valence and arousal, which shows happy emotion, while intermediate score students are having both positive and negative valence, which shows fear emotion. On the other hand, high-grade students having stress due to high expectation to score high in exam but still manage to answer questions. For future work, we will be looking towards analyzing more data, since more data will lead to a more accurate and consistent outcome. Finally, we will compare stress level, early detection of anxiety among STEM students. Thank you.